Good evening, everyone. We are from Lex 2043, group 155. Today will be our last discussion. We're going to discuss about the games that we played previously. So before we begin, let's us all introduce ourselves first. My name is Mohesh. My metric number is 205759. Next.
My name is Muhammad DZULHILMI bin ZULKANAIN and my matrix number is 206189.
My name is NURHAKIM bin ZAID. My matrix number is 207092.
My name is ADIBAH binti ADNAN. My matric number is 207439.
My name is Ain. My matric number is 205272.
My name is NURUL. HIDAYAH. My matric number is 208446.
My name is NATASHA. My matrix number is 207634.
My name is IZZATI. My matrix number is 207001.
Everyone done? Okay. So before we begin, I think we can choose which game you guys like the most. Personally, never mind. I think I'll go last. You guys tell first. Which game did you guys think you guys liked?
In my opinion, the best game was Never Ever Have I Ever game. The last game that we have played. I think that was the best one because as this game also need us to talk and tell a story. So it also helps us to gain a confidence in speaking because not everyone can talk freely on the spot like that in English. So it's quite hard, but each one of us can tell a story, something. And also this game also help us to get to know more of each other, to become more closer because in my perspective, we are not really close to share our story and we're quite strangers because we have never met before, but still we do share our story and knowledge and experience, and I enjoy listening to all of the stories that everyone's stories that in my opinion.
As for me, I think all the games that we played are great. For the first game, it is great to practice our critical thinking skill and challenge our own knowledge based on the words that we knew. We also need to think creatively so that we won't give the same answer like the others. For the second game, Ain and I are the game master. The game also challenge our critical thinking skills as we need to be the first one to give the answer. We also need to make sure that we have the best internet connection as we rely to it when we play the game. So we need to prepare ourselves beforehand. For the game Hanging Man, we also need to apply our critical thinking skill as we need to guess the right alphabets and answer. It was fun as we have limited words and guess. For the game, Never Have I Ever game, we get to know each other better, although we only met virtually weekly. We also get to improve our communication skills as we need to share our stories. So I think I like the game Never Have I Ever the best because it was fun and chill. Thank you. So how about Fatin? What do you think?
Sorry. Okay, to me, I think the best game that all of them are great, but I like the first game that we play, this categories, because it really helps us to widen our vocabulary as we think differently. So most of the answers come out different from each person. So from those answers, we can increase our vocabulary, and there are also like more bombastic words. So I think it really helps me with vocabulary. Yeah, for the categories, the first game.
Okay, in my opinion, dengar tak? Macam line problem je. Line problem ke? Tak tahu. Sanggup berapa? Okay, the first game we play, which is categories game. This game is quite challenging. But we learn a new words from this game, and also it's including like argumentation among us. Like we have to think beyond our original ideas for answer and search for unique words or example. So in order to get extra marks, we have to write down the words that's different from others. So like we able to defend our words to the rest of group. So and the second game, which is hangman game. It's also improve our vocabulary skill. And it's like make learn vocabulary more fun and interesting lah. Also word change. We learn a new words, and it's also critical thinking. Student like we have to think the words. Like we have to think the words. And also I think the last game, which is Never Have I Ever, is the best game because we help people get to know each other better.
Before I start about the game, first of all, I would like to thank all of the group members because we managed to cooperate from the first session until today. So about the game, from among all the games, the most that I like is never have I ever, because we managed to like to tell our story to 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 all of us. So for me, it's really enjoyable because uh, I I can know I can know all of us in this group better. Uh, and that's I think that's all. So easy. How about you, Amir?
In my opinion, all of the game is okay. is best, but I think the most challenging game for me is the first game and the second game, this categories and the chain word, which we really have to use our knowledge and thinking skills to think faster and creatively about the categories, and also the chain word we have to be fast with our thinking and also typing the answer. And for the third game, I host the game, so I think it's quite fun for you guys. I hope so. And for the last game, never have I ever. I think, as most of you agree, it's the best game that we've played among that four games, because we could talk to each other and we could share our moments, and it's also a chill and fun game. That's it in my opinion.
So for me, the game that we played for the past few weeks was really fun and enjoyable. For the first game that we played, which is categories, as we know, the game provided different categories, and we need to answer it within a limited time. So it might be difficult for those who doesn't know the word that related to the categories, but then if we know, we can easily answer it. For the hangman game, it's quite similar to the categories in terms of where there are different categories, and we need to guess the answer based on it, and also kind of have limited try to answer it, which is kind of same with the categories. So what I'm trying to say is that by playing both of these games, we can know our vocabulary knowledge skill, and we can also improve it. Like for example, for the hangman game, we guess the American rappers, and for those who never heard of their name, can get to know them. So in my opinion, my favorite game was the Never Have I Ever game, because we get to listen to each other experience and get to know each other better. The main reason why I like this game was because it can improve my communication skills and speaking skills. Because for me, it's hard to speaking in English, but by playing this game, I can slowly improve my communication skills. So in my opinion, Never Have I Ever is the best game.
I think all the games were interesting and fun. Some of the games tested on different parts, and the others tested on the other parts. Like the first and second game, they tested more about our critical thinking. Like we have to think quickly to get the answers. So it was a bit challenging. We have to guess, and then we have to be equipped with a lot of vocabulary. We have to know a lot of things. So that game was a bit challenging. Whereas the last game we played, it was more of a fun and enjoyable game because we can share our memories. The fourth game I and Fatin hosted, but then what I liked about that game was we talked more in that game. Like if you ask me in the previous games, we didn't actually communicate much. Sometimes we just type out the correct answers, or we just tell the right answer only. Like we guess the alphabets. That's all we talked. But then the last game made us all talk and share our personal experiences. So I think that was a bit fun, an interesting game. So, but I think all the games were nice, in my opinion.
I want to add more opinion about the games beside the first game. So for the second game, for me, it really helps me to think faster, as we need to came up with answers in a very short period of time. And for the for the third game, the Hangman, I think it improves my general knowledge because we tend to know about artists and all like like just a common knowledge. Um, and for the last game that I and Mohesh conduct, it also helps me a lot, and I feel very thankful because most of you like the game. It helps me because I never conduct a game before. So at first, I'm quite afraid that it might turn out to be boring. But it helps me to improve my communication skills as I talk more in that game because I'm the one who conduct it. So yeah, I think most of the games are nice and fun, um, and it really helps us to improve our English in different ways. So that's all.
I also want to add my opinion on the first game. The first game is categories. In my opinion, the game was really fun and it really helped me to improve my vocabulary in English. And also, the games really need us to think faster. I also want to add my opinion on the first game that was called categories. In my opinion, the game was very fun. It really helped me to improve my vocabulary in English, and also the games need us to think faster. As we all know, English is not our mother tongue, so to think something in English in a short time is hard. It's very challenging. So even though we still there is a limited time, but we still manage to get the right answer on the right time. That's my opinion on the first game. And then the next game is Hangman. This game also quite interesting. From this game also, I managed to get a new knowledge as we have to guess, because the game we need to guess the answer based on our knowledge. As if your rating in knowledge is low, then then you can answer the question. As for me, I know nothing about the football league because the game has there's a question on a football league because I have no knowledge about that, so I can't answer the question. So it's just a simple knowledge. So each one actually real because of that game, I also gain something about the football league. And then this game also was divided into a group of two. It also is actually a very good idea on how to build on how to build a teamwork, because as we're doing online, to build a teamwork is quite hard because we can't communicate face to face, but still each one of us keep trying to do our best for the sake of the game. I think that's all. So next, who want to give their opinion? And I think everyone have already give their opinions, right? So I think this is the end of our conversation today.
We need to conclude, I think.
Oh yeah.
So,
So as everyone agreed that the best game is Never Have I Ever, and everyone agreed that it was the best game. So the best game is Never Ever Have I Ever game, and maybe we should play it next time if you want to. We can play it next time to get to know more of each other.
Okay, I want to add something. I think as a teammate, we did a great job in doing our group discussion video, because every week we will like set a time, and everyone gives cooperation, even though there are some because sometimes people tend to be busy or we have like another thing to do, but we give cooperation and we tend to tolerate with each other. So I think it's important to have a good teamwork in doing a group work. So yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the end. And sadly, this was our last meeting. So I hope we can meet. We can meet um, when we uh, when we go to UPM. If we have time, we can still meet. So don't be that sad. We can still meet each other next time. So this is the last one. So yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank
So,
you.
Thanks
Thank you
everyone.
all for the cooperation.
See you guys soon. Nice to see you. Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.